So apparently, we're living in a timeline where shocking your dog, mocking oppressed people, and cosplay switching identities makes you a moral authority online. Yeah, welcome back. Today's episode is absolutely wild because Hasan didn't just step on a rag, he jumped on it, backflipped, and blamed America for the bruise. Oh, and Hasman Gold? Yeah, he's turning the stove on. Let's get into it.
The funniest fucking hallucination that these motherfuckers have, where like they have to act as though they're saving my dog from me. One of the best dog owners in the United States of America. Okay.
Hasan recently decided to crown himself one of the best dog owners in the United States. Bold claim, especially when recently a clip surfaced of him buzzing his dog again on stream.
It was like, oh, glad your dog is not by you. The only thing that's better than this one, the only thing that's better than this kind of comment is like when people go, why don't you shock your dog again? Why don't you shock your dog again? It's like, oh, okay, got it. So you that's what you want.
But don't worry guys, because according to him, none of that matters. Why? Because the dog lives in a luxury mansion. Yes, apparently, abuse is cancelled if the square footage is large enough. He argues that since his dog eats treats, goes on walks, and doesn't pay rent, criticism is invalid, which is wild because animals don't measure happiness in property value, they measure it in safety, comfort, and trust.
It's weird. Kaya lives in the top 1% of humans. Kaya Piker lives a better existence than every single person that comes in here fantasizing about how abusive I am to her. Yeah, her ass don't pay rent, living in a fucking $1 million home, treats every day, playtime in the morning, long ass walk in the night.
A dog doesn't care about marble countertops, a dog cares about not being scared in its own home. When instead of addressing concerns, Hasan deflects, jokes, and pretends critics are hallucinating. Classic move. Whenever the pressure builds, something magical happens, the topic teleports, dog criticism, suddenly it's about unrelated political scandals we were concerned.
Sleeping most of the day, cuddling in the times where she's not sleeping. Sounds like a Somali daycare worker. I mean, there's a similarity here, for sure.
Now, we're talking about fraud cases from across the country. This pattern keeps repeating. Avoid the question, mock the audience, change the subject, fake laugh, and repeat.
There's a similarity with it's the same kind of stupids that believe the Somali daycare fraud story are the same kind of stupids who still consistently claim that I'm abusing my dog, you know? It's actually the same people, really. So that's another filter.
Things escalated fast when Iranian chatters called Hasan out for dehumanizing rhetoric and defending a government that actively suppresses its own people. Instead of listening, the thing that he always preaches, he snapped. Suddenly, the tone flipped, personal stories became jokes, and real suffering became content. Hasan then positioned himself as someone offering freedom while simultaneously mocking the idea that people's families are being hurt. That's not advocacy, that's performance politics. You don't liberate people by laughing at their pain. This is where things get uncomfortable. Hasan constantly frames himself as morally superior, the enlightened guide who knows what's best for everyone else. But when the people affected speak up, they're dismissed. Oppression only matters when it fits the narrative. If it doesn't, suddenly it's complicated. This selective empathy is why so many former fans are leaving. They didn't turn right, they just woke up. Now, let's talk about the identity switching. One moment, Hasan is a victim of racial discrimination. Next moment, he's lecturing white people as a white guy. After that, he is again Schrodinger's identity, observed only when convenient. This isn't cultural nuance, it's opportunism, and people notice. While Hasan was busy spiraling, Asmongold did something unexpected. He stayed consistent.
I feel like if a person's being oppressed or killed or treated bad, it doesn't really matter whether it's happening in America or in Iran or China. It's still bad. Like, I mean, I don't like this relativism. I don't.
He criticized oppression regardless of country. He rejected moral relativism.
If we're talking about foreign policy, that's an entirely separate position. Stop pretending, man. Yes.
How is it a separate position? Is it like okay or better for women to be oppressed in Iran versus America?
And now, he's taking legal action against people spreading serious false accusations. That's not drama farming, that's accountability. The idea that consequences exist seems to terrify certain corners of the internet. At the end of the day, this isn't about left versus right, it's about honesty versus hypocrisy. You can't claim to care about people while mocking their suffering, you can't preach empathy while laughing at pain, and you definitely can't call yourself a best dog owner while buzzing your dog. The mask keeps slipping. something, and every time it does, more people walk away. If you want more breakdowns like this, you know what to do. Subscribe or you'll get buzzed. Watch this video next, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Cheers.